All right, the death toll from the devastating 7.8 and 7.5 magnitude earthquakes that struck southern Turkey on Monday has now reached over 11,000, along with many more injuries and crushing damage to homes and other infrastructures. This is a region with limited resources, already devastated by war. This is going to be an all-hands-on-deck effort internationally to end the response. And part of the reports that I'm hearing from those that I've worked with in that region, the Christians, is that many have fled southeast Syria, northeast Syria, into Turkey, and they are not getting much help. So Christian ministries are responding, and Samaritan's Purse is deploying close to 75 disaster assistance response team members. They're taking a 52-bed patient bed field hospital, a pharmacy, and 2 operating rooms to the region. Joining me now to discuss this and what's happening there in Turkey and northeast Syria on the ground is Edward Graham, Chief Operating Officer of Samaritan's Purse. Edward, welcome to Washington Watch.
Tony, thanks for having us again. It's great to see you tonight.
Well, thanks for being with us. And again, just appreciate the work that you and Samaritan's Purse do. Just love your dad and the whole team there. And the thing I like about this most, especially in this region of the world, the gospel, the love of Jesus needs to go forth. Tell us the situation as you appreciate it right now and what Samaritan's Purse is doing and how we can join in.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Tony. You did a great roll-up of, our team's been on the ground right after the earthquake happened. We sent people there. We had about 11 originally, and that's numbers continue to grow as they assess and work with the local government. But there's a great medical need. A lot of several hospitals were destroyed, but then you have a lot of displaced people, as you already talked about. And so the medical need was already high, but now you destroyed a lot of the infrastructure. There's been tens and thousands of injured. And so we're deploying a field hospital that can specialize in emergency room medicine, but also orthopedic, because we know we're going to have crushed bones. And much like when we deployed to Haiti after the last 2 earthquakes there, it's going to be very similar. And then there's also other health needs that come out a lot of times with clean drinking water and issues with that. And cholera can come about in an incident like this and other diseases. So we have specialists on the ground that can help identify these and treat these, and then we can send additional supplies as needed. But there's hygiene kits that you need to send over, and our aircraft will be full with that. We're sending a 747 fully loaded. About 90 tons of equipment will fly out tomorrow night, and we'll go straight to Turkey, and then we'll begin setting up this hospital and begin operating and treating patients within the week. So I just ask that your viewers pray for our team that's going forward, but pray for the nation of Turkey that's hurting and suffering. We don't want to pass by anyone in the ditch, just like the story of the Good Samaritan. We're there to love our neighbors and serve them in their greatest need.
Have you been interfacing with the Turkish government as you deploy in there?
Yes, sir. And they've been very welcoming. They reached out to us, the embassy here. The embassy here has been very supportive. This is the Turkish embassy and the Turkish chief of mission and base here. He's been phenomenal to work with. Whatever we needed, when asked for, they've been over to make this possible and happen. Along with our embassy, the U.S. embassy inside Turkey has been very helpful to facilitate this. So we haven't really met any resistance or struggles getting approvals, getting in. It shows you how great the need is.
Yeah.
And they're hurting, and they're asking the world for help in this hurting time. So that's why you have a lot of viewers that believe in the power of prayer. And that's why I ask, pray for those that are suffering, those that have lost loved ones, but that we can be a blessing and serve those in the name of Jesus Christ.
And this is, even as we see domestically, as we're involved in disaster relief, when people are hurting and you help in the name of Jesus, as you guys make very, very clear, it ministers to the whole person. So tell our viewers and our listeners how they can be a part, in addition to praying for you, your team, and for the people in the region. How else can they help?
Yeah, if your viewers are interested, you can always go to SamaritansPurse.org. I'm always going to ask for your prayers first. If you're interested in what we do a lot of volunteer work here in the U.S. alone. We're in several areas. We're still in Alabama with the tornado. We're still in Florida with the hurricanes there, doing disaster relief. And then we're doing rebuilds in Kentucky, in Mayfield with a tornado, and then the flooding in eastern Kentucky. So they can help there right now. But if you want to help on our international teams, we have something called the Disaster Assistant Response Team. Doctors, nurses, electricians, water specialists, engineers. It takes a lot to set up a hospital. So you can go there, but we're going to ask you to train and do some training activities and get prepared to go over with us so we can do these, whether it be in Haiti and Ukraine, New York City, Italy, all over the world. We've deployed this hospital. And so there's plenty of opportunities to get involved. And if you want to financial contribute, if you feel like you can't volunteer, there's ways to do that as well. But prayer is what's needed most right now.
All right, Edward Graham, always great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll be praying for you, your teams, and of course, we're praying for the folks of Turkey. And be sure and tell your dad I said hello.
I will, Tony. Thanks for all you do for this nation and for the gospel. We appreciate you very much.